Well, hello, y'all. It is time to breathe again on the latest Bofa Sports webcast, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. You see us together, Patrick and Charles. Aaron, good to hear from you. Congrats on your new house as well.
Congrats.
And the James Harden to the Cavaliers. Yeah, we'll get into that. that just adds on to the craziness that is the NBA trade deadline. So
adds on to the craziness that is the NBA.
So before we get there, let's talk about a couple of NFL items, starting with the Super Bowl. Now, Patrick, I know you had, well, all right, I don't know if this was a tease or what, but you had said that you were going to pick Seattle. But here we go.
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out here.
Yeah.
So here we go. With the Super Bowl coming on up, of course, it's taking place Sunday at the home of the San Francisco 49ers, Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California. And you have this matchup between the Seahawks and Patriots. Seattle, as you know, coming in looking like a pretty complete team. Sam Darnold playing well, good receiver play with JSN, Jackson Smith-Njigba, and Cooper Kupp. And their defense flying around, although the Rams gave them a nice awakening, I guess we could call it, because the Rams were able to move the ball on them, but Seattle did what they had to do to hold on. New England, on the other hand, had a 10-7 win in Denver in the AFC Championship game, playing in the blizzard in the second half, and
you know that had to be fun though.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah,
it had to be fun. You would have had me for like 7.5 minutes,
and
then I was like, all right, yeah. Taking out. Oh, you know what I forgot?
Yeah, your hat. So yeah, this is the matchup we have, and again, like we said last week, it is one of those things. Wait a minute, let's see what Aaron said. I'm calling it right now. Jake Bobo will be the X factor for Seattle. No one will cover him. That's like the second or third tight end. But he caught a touchdown pass against the Rams, and this is one of those matchups. I think it is a perfect capper to this season because not a lot of people had this matchup going into the season. Of course, teams like the Philadelphia Eagles, the defending champ, the Kansas City Chiefs, Baltimore Ravens, Buffalo Bills, a lot of those teams were expected to be here, but they are not, if they even made the playoffs at all. And now you have this matchup between the Seahawks and the Patriots. Seattle was the number one seed in the NFC, so it's not like they just snuck up on this and got high. They have been good all year. The Patriots were number 2 in the AFC, and they lost a tiebreaker to Denver for the home field advantage, but they went to Denver and won. So these are, from all indications, Patrick, these are the two best teams this year for this season. And what do you have? I know you tease Seattle. Are you sticking with the Seattle pick, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm sticking with the Seattle pick. I'm sticking with them, man. It's that offense. Just they're really sound, and their defense. I mean, their defense is very. What's the word I'm looking for? Opportunistic. You know what I mean? So I look at this game, and don't get me wrong, I think New England is going to come in. They're going to be playing very good football, and on both sides of the football. I do expect May to move the ball a lot. I mean, he's made fantastic decisions all the way through the season, even better decision through the playoffs, but. I don't know, man. There's just something about the Seattle team that just says they're here, and they're here to win. So I'm gonna go with Seattle, man. That defense is just very opportunistic. They're gonna take advantages of what New England is trying to do, and Sam Darnold's going to take what the defense gives them. So I think it's going to be a very good game, though. I mean, I don't see either one of these teams winning more than 7. I think it's going to be a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 game. I mean, it's going to be very close, and it might even come down to a final field goal or something like that to win. But I'm going to go with Seattle. Yeah.
So Patrick, fact check me on this, and we don't normally go too much into the Vegas odds, but I think the Seahawks, last time I checked, was they were a 4.5-point favorite. I don't know if that's went up, I don't know if that's went down, but if like what you said is right, and I think the same thing in terms of how the game will go, I think it will be pretty close.
Thank you for calling David Scott Lee Buick GMC.
Well,
sorry, let me mute that.
The largest volume.
Dang ads. I was like, what is that, Charles? You got somebody calling you?
No, not I. But yeah, I think this will be.
Let's try that again.
So what is the point spread? Last time I heard and saw it, it was 4.5 for Seattle.
4.5 Seattle.
Okay, so still 4.5.
Yeah.
He said that. Aaron, he said that's a weird sounding shouty. But I think so. I went a little bit old school with this in terms of looking at this game. So I said, if both teams played their best, Seattle plays their best, New England plays their best, who do I think would win? I feel Seattle has the better team. So I feel if it's a cleanly played game, no turnovers, not a lot of penalties there, I think Seattle has a little bit better of a team than what New England has. So that means if New England was to win, they probably have to get something like a special teams touchdown, some sort of a turnover, maybe a pick six or a fumble recovery, something like that. Because if they don't get those, I don't know if they have the firepower to keep up with Seattle. And New England has more of a ball control offense, like to run the ball and possess it. Drake can make plays over the top. He has hit Stephon Diggs and Kayshon Boutte over the top on during a few of these games. But like you said, with Seattle, they're pretty sound and they don't give up a lot of big plays. They do keep a lot of stuff in front of them. Although they play with an aggressive streak, they don't give up a lot of big plays unless you can double move them somewhere. And maybe just the Rams just know how to do that because of the people they have, and they can double move guys. Puka Nacua gets open, Devontae Adams gets open, but they give problems to any defense. I feel New England can create those turnovers, get some pressure on Sam Darnold, and force a fumble or two, force a interception or two. And I think New England takes this. I do. I like the underdog here. Now, granted, Seattle to me is the better team on paper, so it definitely wouldn't surprise me if Seattle won this game. Absolutely not. Again, they've been pretty much the best team all year. But I think New England gets this done, man, and it'll be another parade for the city of Boston. Like they need any more parades.
I know. Give them another reason to strut their crap down the streets. No, Seattle will strut their stuff down the streets this year.
So, I mean, but I'm with you. I think it will be a great game. The coaching, which that might be, to me, that might be the edge New England has. Not taking anything away from what Mike McDonald has done, but man, Mike Vrabel is
Dude, I think this is. I mean, you know, I know you talk. I know we talked a lot about the offense, but man, let me tell you, like those defenses, I really think this is going to be a defensive game. I really do. I mean, I'm talking like we could see a score of like
2017,
17-20 or 14-21, something like that. I don't think there's going to be a lot of scoring. These offenses are great, but the defenses. I mean, these two defenses, they love to come after the quarterback, and both of these quarterbacks can be very rattled very quickly, and it doesn't take much. I mean, what is this? This is May's second year. And what is Sam Darnold's 6th or 7th, something like that?
Yeah, he was the 3rd overall pick in 2018. Yes, so actually coming up on 8 years.
Coming up on 8 years. Okay. I mean, I think Sam Darnold probably has this much more experience than May. I mean, to be honest with you, you know, just looking at what they have done over the course of the season, I mean, May's probably the better quarterback, you know. But Sam Darnold likes to facilitate the game very well, and he's very good at doing that, you know. But to me, these defenses are going to be stellar. I think this is going to be one of the best defensive football games we've seen in a long time, especially for a Super Bowl.
Yeah, you talk. Aaron says the fact that Sam Darnold made a Super Bowl before Kyler Murray is a big oof. You know, and here's the thing, Aaron, that you bring up, and Patrick, you talked about how Sam Darnold got to this point. You have to remember, man. I mean, this dude got drafted by the Jets. That is definitely where quarterback careers seem to die pretty quickly. And
so his career was already written before it even started. And what a book to read, you know? It's like, oh, what a page turner. One. Sam Darnold has been drafted. The end.
You have to put by the Jets in there.
Oh yeah, Sam Darnold has been drafted by the Jets. You flip the page, it's like the end. Or it says the end.
So Aaron asks if Darnold wins, is that the first USC quarterback to win the Super Bowl? It is.
Question for you, Charles, because you would know that.
Yes, it is, because I think I had seen that he was the first USC QB to even make it to a Super Bowl.
So, what does that tell you about the University of Spoiled Children?
Fact check me on that, Patrick, please.
I don't need to. I trust you.
You trust me? No,
I trust you on that one because it's USC. Some of them I just got to see with my own eyes. Like a couple of weeks ago, you're like, yeah, the Falcons tied for first place, and I was like, bull crap, no way.
Oh, goodness.
That one with my own eyes. I believe you. I had to see it with my own eyes.
Yes, to confirm, Aaron, yes. So Darnold is the first USC quarterback to even make it to the Super Bowl. So, yes, to answer your question, yeah, he would be the first. And to see what he's been through, going from the Jets to Carolina, sitting behind Baker Mayfield, among others. And then he had that year with us. And he sat down, he was behind Brock Purdy, but he gets to be the scout team, the practice squad quarterback, playing in Kyle Shanahan's system. And so off of that, he goes to Minnesota, has a great season there, didn't end well in the playoffs. And then he was able to get this opportunity in Seattle. I mean, his story, just how he was able to persevere through all that, I think is that's what things like this, when you get to the Super Bowl, that's what stories like this, that's what stuff like that is made of. When you have people who have persevered, were basically giving up on. I mean, after the Jets, I mean, even before the Jets, he played at USC, dude.
I mean, everybody gave up on him right then.
So yeah, and then with Drake May, my nephew had pointed this out that and I think we talked about it a little bit last week when you have Drake May in his second year going to the Super Bowl and Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson have not made a Super Bowl yet.
Yeah.
Ugh. So
What does that tell you about New England's drafting of quarterbacks?
they tend to know what they're doing. They tend to know what they're doing.
Before we continue, man, I do have to do this. You sent me a text message.
Yes.
With a podcast. Shout out to Real Talk with Hope. Give her a clap. That was an awesome. I mean, I don't know how many people have seen it, but it was an awesome podcast. I went back and listened to a couple other ones, but yeah, I like it. I'd be happy that I shout her out.
Yes. Oh man, yeah. So yes, I was on one of my friends' podcasts that, yeah, as Patrick said, it's called Real Time or Real Talk with Hope. And yeah, she wanted me to come on to talk about a couple of things that I've been through in my life. And we'll share the link. I'll share the link. And so that y'all can go.
Yeah, put that in the description, man, because that, I mean, she's working her butt off, man, for that one. So yeah, share that link, man. Shout out to her because bringing you on and letting you have your moment on her platform, man. That's super cool from her. So I love that. So
I appreciate it, Patrick. So Aaron says, "What y'all move for food on Super Bowl Sunday?" He said, "Is a big take and baked pizza from Papa Murphy's." I like Papa Murphy's. It takes about 75 minutes to cook, and it's awesome. So,
all right. So full disclosure, we don't get paid for this.
Nope.
But if I did, all the proceeds would go to my wife. My wife makes some killer football foods, man. I'm telling you, she makes some killer football foods. Meatballs, 7-layer dip, buffalo dip. What's the other ones? We'll do like a pizza or something, or we'll do like some barbecue nachos. But yeah, man, shout out. I have to give a huge shout out to my wife on that one because she kills it on football food. Ask Charles.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can vouch for that because when I was down there, as we remember, or when Texas came and visited Georgia between the hedges, yeah, we got some of that. Those meatballs. And
well, he was killing some meatballs, and I was like, Charles, you know those ain't done.
Yeah, they weren't even finished.
Taste fine to me. So there you go. It tells you that even when they're not done, they still taste off the chain.
I had no idea. I'm just like, yo, let's get it. You said, Charles, what are you doing? They're not even done. Oh, for real?
You really look like this. For real?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, for real. And then he makes breakfast burritos for the next day.
Yeah.
I love Super Bowl food. So that would be me. Shout out to my wife for that one because she kills it on football food.
And for me,
crock pot.
Yeah, a lot of what Patrick said. Yes, maybe some crock pot chili, and I'm a wing person too. So yeah, let me get, and it don't even matter. It could be lemon pepper, could be honey barbecue, could be even mango habanero, or original, whatever. Give me some wings. And again, we don't get paid for any of this. But
I'll tell you, man, that Papa Murphy's pizza though, Aaron, I feel you on that one, bro.
Papa Murphy's
pizza is bomb. Dude, we could do a whole show. Because here's the thing. I'm from Georgia, so I love food. Dude, we could do a whole show on just Super Bowl food. You know what? Let's wing it, Charles. Let's wing it. Football food.
Not yet. No, not yet.
What else is important? NBA trade deadline.
you know the topics. We're about to, and we're about to talk about the Rooney Rule too. And so,
pizza.
He said it's called Buffalo Sports Gluttonous Edition. We'll save about 20 minutes for Super Bowl food. But Patrick, look, so we won't spend too much time on this, but I wanted to revisit this thing with the Rooney Rule because, as the case with every Super Bowl, you have Radio Row going on, you have media going on. The players got to talk to the media last night, Monday night, and the commissioner, Roger Goodell, got up there. Someone asked him about the Rooney Rule again, and he said, well, we have to continue looking at it and making some improvement. Now, with that in mind, Patrick, we have had a many conversations on many conversations about the Rooney Rule. And for those who might not understand what goes into the Rooney Rule, here it is. Basically, it is a requirement for any of the teams who have a head coaching vacancy. Keep in mind, there was 10 vacancies this year. 10. There's a third of the teams in the NFL, just about 10 coaching vacancies. But if you have a head coaching vacancy, you are required to interview a minority candidate. Now, we had always said, Patrick, that the rule is probably bring on food addiction. And so we have always.
I was going to say it, but then I was like, it'd be better if I just type
it. and so they say there's stuff to look at, but the bottom line is this with the Rooney Rule. Number one, if you need a Rooney Rule to require,
then there's a problem.
Yeah, if you're
a problem,
require. You require getting minority candidates interviewed, then yeah, that's a huge issue right there. Number two, nothing is going to change based off of that rule because the people are going to interview who they want to. Mm-hmm. And those candidates have to want to interview as well. If you are in the McVay, probably Shanahan, and Kubiak family tree, you're probably walking up on a job because you're pretty much grandfathered in. But as we sit here right now, you have three black head coaches, DeMeco Ryans for the Houston Texans, Aaron Glenn for the New York Jets, and Todd Bowles for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And then you had Robert Saleh. He got the job with the Tennessee Titans. So that's 4 out of 32 teams that have a minority candidate or a minority head coach. But again, when you have a situation where they're not really worried about that, they're just kind of worried about who they feel will fit their scheme, if you even want to call it a scheme, because there's a lot of teams out there that need a lot of help. But there's no way to really enforce that. So basically what happens is what Brian Flores was talking about in his lawsuit, that you're going to get a sham interview and you're going to come in there basically just to fill the requirement. They have no intention of hiring you, but they know they have to meet this Rooney Rule requirement. So I don't know. To me, like you said, Patrick, I agree with you. I think if we're at that point where there's a rule in place for you requiring to interview a minority candidate, that's a problem.
That's problem number one. Because as simple as this, like, and look, Charles, look, let's be honest about the entire situation. People don't look at it the same way we look at it. I don't care. And I'm going to say this one huge capital letters. I do not care the color of your skin. If I have a business, I need the perfect person in my environment, in my organization, that's going to move my needle, whether you're black, white, male, female, whatever. I don't care what your skin color is or what your gender is. I need you to do your job so that I can make money. The only color that anybody should be worried about is the color of what? Green. That's because that's what everything moves on. It's the reason why we have NIL deals. It's the reason why people play football and put their body at risk. That's the reason why they play baseball and play 162 games out of a year and wear themselves out. That's the reason why they take PEDs so that they can continue to what's the word I'm looking for? Compete with the younger generation that's coming out here doing the same exact thing that you're doing, but you're 30 and they're 20, they're 19. I mean, you saw that. You see, look in Japan. These kids are 13 years old. I mean, pitching straight out strikes from right field because that's all they do is play baseball, recover, play baseball. And why are they doing all of that? So that they can get money. The only color that should even really matter. So if you're sitting here telling me that you have to have a rule in just to interview minorities, well, there's your problem right there. Right there, right off the bat is your problem. And we're never going to get past this whole racial issue until we start looking as a country or as a world, as a society. We're never going to get past this whole racial issue if we keep being racist on everything. Negro College Fund, do we need that? No, we don't need it. And and I've said this plenty of times. If I started a Crocker College Fund right off the bat, I'm a racist. You know what I mean? It's stop doing the things that make race an issue. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you, I'm not going to be blind to the issue, the fact that race would not be an issue. What I'm saying is like the less you make it an issue, it tends to go away. And I'm not saying to just sweep it under a rug. But I mean, when you do interviews, what's your race? What does that matter? Look at my resume and tell me if I qualify for your job. If I do, then interview me. It doesn't matter the color of my skin at that point. Because I'm not looking at it. It's not going to be on my resume, or it's not going to be on my applications. I could care less what your race is. Come in, make me money. We're good. There's my spiel on it.
And I think this also, Patrick. So I think the frustration that comes when we're talking about the NFL amongst other organizations and corporations who will go and they will ask what color the skin is and stuff like that. I think the frustration is the NFL. So they're acknowledging there's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So they are seeing we don't have enough. We don't have enough variety in terms of the color. We're gonna use that word. We don't have enough variety.
It's a good word. I mean, it's a very good word. I'm glad that you use it that way because many people don't use it in that context. But okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Little Rascal.
And so, understanding that they don't have enough variety, they implement this rule. In implementing this rule, you're acknowledging there is a problem, but you don't really know how to address the problem without it getting in the way of the money train. Right. So where I'm going with this is the NFL, we're not blind. We understand what is going on in the NFL, and they have been obvious, not with their words, their actions. Their actions say they are about money, 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 money. This is a $20 billion a year industry. 20 billion. Here we go with the math, Patrick. That's 20,000 million.
Yeah, that's a lot of zeros.
And so if the NFL is going to come out here and try to act like they're addressing this issue, then address the issue. Don't just throw basically some sort of a blanket over it and expect it to go away. You have this rule in, and it's just saying you have to interview just one minority candidate. But again, the people who are inside, these general managers, these owners, they're going to interview who they want to interview. And in most cases, that guy is just coming in, whichever minority candidate, he's just coming in just to fill that void, just to fill that spot. But they're going to put that rule in place because it's all optics with the NFL. They're going to say, oh, well, we are addressing it, when they're really not. They're not addressing it at all. And they're going to be about what brings in the most dollars. So if you're the NFL, just tell us you're about making the money. We already see it. We see the money that's rolling in, hand over fist. We already see it.
It's just like with the NCAA. We have always told them, look, just change 2 words around. Just change 2 words around, and I fully respect everything that you're doing. It's not the student athlete anymore. It's the athletic student. That's what it is. Call it what it is, and we respect it. But when you deny it and sweep it under the rug, that's where we have the problem. That's the reason why we have these conversations. And we're like, look, dude, look, we're telling you, flip 2 words, and you have solved all your problems right there. Because as soon as they realize that it's the athletic student, not the student athlete, we're all good. Because now you're telling us exactly what you've been not wanting to preach the entire time. Oh, we're not about the money. We're about the student, and we got to make sure that they get an education and da 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 da. Okay, then tell me why they're able to, after 1 year, declare for their draft. If you're so set on making them a student, then why after the freshman year are they declaring for the draft? Or in basketball, same thing. After the freshman year, Kentucky made a living off of it for years.
Yeah, when John Calipari was the coach.
Yeah. So call it what it is. You're about the money grab. Everybody's about their bags. Fine, so be it. I respect it. Just switch 2 words around. We're good. And the NFL needs to do the same thing.
Yeah, and I mean, we know with the NFL, well, two things for sure. They're not going to do anything to get in the way of their constant money grab. We know that. But number 2, they're going to do things that's going to, I guess, please as many people as possible.
Oh, look out, bro.
They're so worried about what is said about them. Let's see what Aaron says. He says, I think this will always be an issue until white people are okay with Black African-American society, social and financial mobility. Yes, I agree with you, Aaron. There are a lot of people who aren't, like what you just said on the next comment. There are a lot of people out there that still hold some of those social,
and that's across all races, dude. That's across all races. That's not just white people. That's across all races. So racism is always an issue because people always make it an issue.
So there's a lot of social norms that people are used to that they just don't want to let go. Yeah. And they feel like it should be that way all the time. I think it does get back to you have to evolve. It is not 1960s or 70s anymore.
We need more people like Dave Chappelle. Dude, I mean, people like Dave Chappelle, Daniel Tosh, those people that make fun of all races, and what I always call, and Charles, you've heard me say this term, an equal opportunist racist.
Yeah.
You know, if everybody would just stop being
racist on the funny side, y'all.
Yes. I love stereotypes. I tease Charles with stereotypes all the time. He hits me back with it. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like if people would just stop being so hard on all of the issues, that it would actually be funny. I mean, me and Charles make fun of it all the time. I mean, it's every time we talk. A lot of times we will make jokes like that. I mean, like he'll tell me how he's gonna cook chicken in a crock pot, and I start laughing. And he's like, "Don't even start." You know. But The thing is that it boils down to love, man. Just everybody just needs to love each other, man, and just let it go. Just let it go and just enjoy your time, But like Aaron said, I mean, they get to this point where they just cannot let the social norms go, and it's not even normal anymore.
Yeah, and it's sad. I mean, it's sad to see, and I mean, I understand why these other organizations are out there, because they want to have a equal footing, or just what they can consider equal footing, a fair shake at a chance to get a job, get some sort of a position. But yeah, until we can actually get to that place of equality, then yeah, we're always going to have these issues, like what Eric said. We're always going to have these rules that are put in saying they're addressing it when they
don't address anything. Honestly.
Yeah.
And they don't address anything, because if you really want to address a lot of things, then start taking things out that doesn't need to be there. Like, what does it matter what your race is on an application? Take that out and start going into that position. Take out what your gender is. Take it out. Just you want to hit all these spots, and they're like, oh well, we got to keep gender in because there's 563,287 genders nowadays. No, bro, just take it out. It doesn't matter. Who cares?
Hey, Patrick, here's another thing too. And when somebody's watching this and they might be an HR person, they might want to cancel us, but I don't care. I'm gonna say it.
Hey, you know what? Cancel. I don't give a crap. Unfollow.
Whatever. I don't care. Look, here's the thing. If you have to put, and all corporations and businesses say this, if you have to come out and say with one of your first statements, this is an equal opportunity employer, that should be questionable. Are you really?
Yeah, red flag right off. Okay, you are.
Are you really?
Nobody.
Are you really? Are you filling a spot? Are you required to put that? What's going on here? And so,
one of the things I hate the most when HR goes, after reviewing everything that you've done, we have chose to go into a different direction. No, you didn't. You're still going in the same direction. You need this person. You just chose to go with that person other than this person. It's not a different direction. It's a different person. That's it.
And it's 4 months after you apply for the job.
Oh yeah, 4 months after you apply, they've already like trained this person and everything. And you're like, huh. And then you get an email and you're like, I applied for that position.
Aaron said, as if HR challenged your application.
Exactly. God. See, here's one of those things when people question, they go, "You're a sports channel. Would you really talk about other subjects?"
We always do. And I have said this in the disclaimer all the time. Yes, this is primarily sports, but this is about issues too. And all these things intertwine, whether we're talking about politics, whether we're talking about business, entertainment, music, all these things intertwine with sports. So that's why I always say sports is a part of life. It's not life itself. And when those life issues come, we will talk about it. Aaron, really, at the front of the review, the water cooler was indeed broken by Russell Williamson. Second write-up, EO, not gonna pass. On that note, let's talk about the NBA trade deadline so then we can get
well, since we brought up Russell Williamson, let's go ahead. Hey, Aaron, thank you so much for the transition. So now let's go into the NBA.
Well, we got to have our freestyle part of the show. So we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit about the NBA trade deadline. And Aaron, he had brought up what has happened with the Cleveland Cavaliers trading for James Harden and sending Darius Garland to the Clippers. Patrick, I have no idea what that move's going to do for either team. I mean, now you have James Harden on a team with Donovan Mitchell. Who's getting the ball there? Like, what are they doing, man? Terrible.
Well, this is what you're starting to realize in the NBA. There's too many of the same people. Way too many of the same type of player. Let's put it that way. Nobody knows. It's the reason why Steph Curry is still so hard to play against. Is because he does so much without the ball. All these players they're like, oh, I got to get this big name. I got to get this. I got to get that. And then you get them on the team and you're like, well, man, I mean, like, he's a scorer, but that's all he does. Like, there's no defense. There's no anything. So, I don't know. I mean, like, to me, this trade doesn't make any sense.
Zero. And like you said, there's a lot of the same type of player because all these guys do the same thing. They all need the ball in their hands to have the maximum effect, whatever that effect is, which is basically to try to score as much as they can. And I get it. That is the object of the game. Outscore your opponent. But
that's the object of every game.
Yeah. But that,
except for golf. You always try to get everybody else to outscore you in golf.
And some of these other trades, so it appears the Memphis Grizzlies are hitting a reset button. Now, I don't know if they are still trying to build this team around Ja Morant. I think that's a losing proposition as well, if that's what they are trying to do. But I know they had traded Jaren Jackson Jr. to the Jazz for a bunch of draft picks. Memphis has as many draft picks now as the Thunder.
I do. They got a lot. And after that 6-game losing streak that they had, I mean, it's like, I need a couple more. Because they got ran out in a couple of those games.
And here's the thing, too, man. So, look, I had seen this article, and this goes to that whole culture of everybody trying to play fantasy basketball, trying to talk about all these hypotheticals. So he said, JJJ, Aaron says, JJJ just picked up another J in that trade. JJJJ, last one for Jazz. Jaren Jackson Jr. Yep. But I just seen this article in Yahoo Sports, and this is, this goes even beyond what is normal in the NBA cycle. And this is a bad job by the players, by the general managers, all the people in the front offices, the media members, all of them into this whole fantasy basketball mode here. So this is the article I seen in Yahoo Sports, Patrick. This writer was talking about so the first part was bringing James Harden to the Cavs. So basically everybody's going to come to the Cavs. I guess Cleveland, in this hypothetical scenario, is also going to find a way to bring Giannis Antetokounmpo to our team too, sometime between now and Thursday. And then your boy LeBron is going to opt out of his contract with the Lakers and sign with the Cavs. And so
because they cannot win a championship without LeBron.
And so they're gonna have Giannis, James Harden, and LeBron with Donovan Mitchell all on the same team. They're gonna be the only 4 players on the court, and they're gonna get gassed out and ran out. Like, they're not gonna win a title. They don't have no team.
Well, and everybody, look, one's injured, one's old.
Shoot. All right, so real quick. So that's my boy Garrow. So I was stationed with him in New Mexico. He's checking in, talking about the Seahawks are gonna win. Good to see you.
Hey, good call. Good call.
Good to see you, man. Hey, man, I hope everything's going well. Aaron also says, I think what holds the Cavs back is their coach. Yeah, so they got Kenny Atkinson there. I think he's a good coach, but Aaron, I don't know. I never really liked Cleveland's personnel.
I haven't liked anything about Cleveland, dude. I mean, look, I agree with you 100%. The coaching at Cleveland is,
I think it's good.
I mean, I don't think it's good. I think it's okay. I think there's a lot of things that they could do better. You know what I mean? But going to get James Harden does not help that situation at all. As a matter of fact, I think that worsens their situation. So it's just a bad pickup for me. I think it moves the needle, but I think it moves it in the wrong direction.
But all right, so do you like that lineup though? So all right, so let's look at last year. Last year they were the number 1 seed in the East. Mm-hmm. And then they got bounced out, got whooped actually in the second round by the Indiana Pacers. I don't know. I think to me, Patrick, I think there's some things that Atkinson could have did better, but Cleveland's team to me doesn't have the toughness, the grit to go in there and win a championship to me.
Oh, I agree with that too. And, 100%.
And I think it's stuff like this. So even when they were playing Indiana last year, and Indiana put them out in 5 games. Sometimes you need those players, and I'll also give another shout out here. This is a conversation I've had with Stan. Stan's our homeboy that we were stationed down in Florida with. Shouts out to you, Stan. But we had this conversation about.
Yeah, we got to go back to Snickers.
Yeah, and Stan, come back on the show. I know you will. I know.
Yeah, get your butt back on the show.
But
right around playoff time.
Yeah, yo. But it was about the conversation we were having is about players who can steal a possession for you, players who can win those 50-50 balls, players who can get an offensive rebound and kick it out for a 3-pointer or something, one of those backbreaking
or even a second chance point.
Yeah, I don't know if Cleveland have those players, the ones who will get scrappy with it. I think Donovan Mitchell will do it. The rest of those guys, like even before they had Darius Garland, he said, "Have a great night and y'all enjoy y'all Super Bowl weekend. Y'all the best. Good night, man. Thank you, Aaron. Man, Aaron, I know you got to go, but if you can stay on for about 5 minutes, man, we're gonna do our freestyle about food and sports and all that. So, but if you can't,
you understand, you got kids,
you do understand,
get on the bed and all that stuff. Plus, you're probably doing all your new stuff in your new house. Congrats again on that. But nah, man, you're the best. You make the show, so thank you very much.
If you can stay. But if not, definitely understand. And so, but yeah, it's about those players. And I don't know if Cleveland has enough of those. So going back to Kenny Atkinson, I can see where some of those coaching moves hold them back a little bit. But I just don't know if Cleveland really have that team. I think Cleveland is regular season good. And now I feel like they just took a step back, like you said, by getting James Harden. I don't see
getting James Harden just if you were, let's say your team was like an 85, right? Getting James Harden, you dropped your team down to like 65. Now you're failing. I have got a cramp in my leg and I cannot get it out.
Yeah, I was wondering why you're moving.
I cannot get it out. I don't know what I did. I was like, dude, I'll tell you, man, I was sitting here talking, I was talking with some friends and they were like, why are you limping? I was like, dude, I think I slept wrong and I pulled a groin muscle. I was like, old age is kicking my ass, dude. I sleep wrong and I pull a groin muscle. I was like, I was running in my dreams and I pulled a groin muscle.
I was wondering, it looked like you was trying to get comfortable there. And I said, all right, well, maybe Patrick's working something out there. And I don't know why you got it.
Dude, I cannot get it. I'm like, anyway.
Yeah, you want to get down on some stretching here in a little bit, man.
I might have to do something.
But I think it's probably gonna be a little bit crazy leading up to Thursday's trade deadline when everybody's trying to see where Giannis is going to go because it does appear that time in Milwaukee.
He is still injured.
Yeah, he's still injured. Yes, he is. And I think I don't know, the Minnesota, New York, the Heat. That's comical to me. And the Warriors. All the teams that they're naming, number one, they're usual suspects because everybody's trying to get the stars into said big market. And and number two, nobody. And this is where I was going, Patrick, with the media members, the teams, front offices, the players, just kind of feeding into this big bubble of mess. And it is so centered around names. And I get it. You have your stars, you want to advertise your stars. But in a team sport, putting a team together, like what they were talking about with Cleveland, bringing LeBron and Giannis and James Harden together with Donovan Mitchell, it's a bad team. I don't care about the names. That's a bad team. There's one basketball. Who is sharing? Who is going to sacrifice shots?
And there's only one person that can cherry pick, bro. One.
Yeah, right. You got it.
LeBron. LeBron will be the only one that can cherry pick. And complain about a foul that never happened.
Because Donovan Mitchell, speaking of the defensive end, Donovan Mitchell is at best a suspect defender. James Harden has never played defense. And LeBron just complains and cherry picks all the time.
Yeah.
So now,
and let me tell you, James Harden's line of defense is to run right beside you, put his arms up like this, and then when you go up for a layup, he runs up underneath you like this. I'm like, you're gonna hurt somebody, dude. But you know what? I give LeBron a lot of credit. He will never hurt somebody on the defensive end. Never hurt somebody. And everybody's going like, well, what makes you think that? Because he's never on the defensive side of the court. He's always on the offensive side of the court, complaining. Oh, we got a rebound? Don't worry about it. Dude, did you see his pull-up half-court shot the other night?
Yeah.
Bro, I just started laughing. I mean, he pulled it up. Remember that night? I remember that day when we were playing basketball, and I pulled it up, and I shot it over the backboard because my depth perception sucked, and I thought it was money. Boy, he pulled it up, and I was like, dang, that looked like me when I was drunk that night.
How can I forget?
Bro, I pulled that up, and I left it.
I can't. I'm normally not upset at you, but that day I was so mad.
You laugh on it now, but boy, let me tell you, you wasn't laughing that day.
No, because it was hot. It was hot that day, and then them two dudes was talking best to us, man. We was gonna whoop them, but no, your one or two drinks turned into.
Charles, I don't want to hear anything. See, this is what you tend to forget. Who's DD?
It was me.
Exactly. What you had to do is say stop. Now, no, I probably wouldn't have.
You were, yeah, I was going to say, it's not like you were going to listen.
I was double thinking all night.
So let's get into our freestyle part of the show. And look, we'll keep an eye on the trade deadline, and there will probably be teams throwing their future away to try to get said player as usual.
Yeah.
But I wanted to do a temperature check, Patrick, because we're going into the Super Bowl. You know, the Super Bowl is going to be Sunday, and I do believe.
Oh, you know what? I gotta ask you a question though. First and foremost, because we got to get the important stuff like on the table. All right, who's winning the Pro Bowl?
That's important. That's exactly what you had said about the trade deadline.
I say that jokingly because that is the most stupidest thing I think I've ever. Dude, the Pro Bowls and All-Star games are just dumb to me at this point in our society, in our life. I remember when those games meant something. Now, they're a freaking joke.
I forgot that was happening tonight.
Is it tonight?
Yeah, they having the Pro. No, it's not even the Pro Bowl, Patrick. It's the Pro Bowl games. So your flag.
Oh, that's where they do all the stuff. Okay,
all the drills. Yeah, and
yawn.
Yeah, and so I wanted to do the temperature check since Patrick got the important stuff out.
Yeah, we just want to make sure we got the important stuff out, NFC.
So the Super Bowl is coming up, and there's some excitement about the matchup, but we all know, as we have been talking about pretty much throughout the show, how much it is about money. And when you go to, if you do have the privilege of going to a Super Bowl or said big sporting event, whatever that may be, it's more corporate now. This is your true fans aren't really in there unless they are able to get some high price ticket, and they're going to be sitting on the upper deck somewhere. All the lower bowl and the suites, all that stuff is being bought up by corporate people, and so the fandom isn't really there in the Super Bowl. And so I guess the temperature check is just, how do you feel about sports as a whole right now? And look, and this is a primarily sports webcast, so we're talking to y'all. Y'all are able to interact with us, and we are passionate about sports. But I just wonder where that is at this point, like right now, as you and I are doing this show. How do you feel about sports as a whole? Do you still have that same passion as you did before, or has it waned a little bit? Is it maybe it's gone up a little bit, or with the understanding of where things are in terms of the money? Where are you at with it?
So, on a personal standpoint, look, I love baseball, right? But it's hard to watch certain types of baseball, like MLB. It's hard to watch the MLB because you have to understand, and I know you understand it from my perspective, but when I was growing up, if it was a big game, I don't care if it's the regular season. Like, I remember playing baseball in high school, and I had injuries that I still played through. I mean, whether that was a broken finger on my throwing hand or a high ankle sprain, and I was a catcher, right? So if I had a high ankle sprain, you weren't keeping me out of that game. So like we in high school, we were a high-ranked high school team, and we would go against our rival across the city, right? And I had a high ankle sprain, and the coach was like, "You're going to sit this one out." And I said, "I'll be damned if I am." And he goes, "You're not playing in this game. I need a full functional catcher." I was like, "And you'll get one." He goes, "You have a high ankle sprain." I was like, "Wrap it, because you're not pulling me out of this game. It's just not happening." But that's what I was raised on. I watched Michael Jordan play when he had the flu. I watched what's his name, Kurt Schilling, when his ankle was bleeding and he had it, and you weren't pulling these guys out. Look at Justin Verlander. You walk up to him, Max Scherzer. You walk up to him and you're like, "All right, 4 innings." They don't hand you the ball. They look at their pitching coach and go, "Get the hell off my mound. You're not pulling me out. It's not happening." Yes, it is. No, it's not. Look at Greg Maddux. There's a story that goes around the social medias, how pitching coach comes out and Greg Maddux and they're like, "You're done, dude." He goes, "Nope. This guy, I'm going to pop him up to third. Chipper's going to take care of it. We're going to get out of this inning, and I'll see you here in about 5 minutes." And that's exactly what happened. So for me, on a personal level, looking at sports from what I grew up to what I'm watching now, I have kind of I'm not going to sit here and tell you I'm completely out of sports, but there is things that I watch. I don't sit and just religiously watch baseball anymore unless it's college baseball. Not like I used to, because there's a lot of stuff that I sit and watch. I mean, we had this conversation about catchers and how they really kind of try to make that block, but then they try to olay it. And I'm like, you're getting paid millions of dollars and I'm sitting here watching this. I have problems with that, because that's not what I grew up on. Watching these players play through injuries because you are just not pulling them out of the game. Looking at the coach and saying, you can try to pull me off, but I'm not going anywhere. This is where I'm staying. I'm going to pitch through this inning, or I'm going to play this game. I mean, who was the last person to play 82 games in an NBA game? Derek White was the last one. And that was, 4 years ago? Now we're all on this whole, we got to, load management. So now we got to load manage everybody. And you wonder why Kansas City runs away with the freaking championships. You know what I'm saying? Because you have 11 people on the team. Play 11 people on the team.
Oh, you mean OKC?
Yeah. Who did I say?
Kansas City.
Oh, yeah. I mean OKC. Whatever. Russell Williams. Whatever.
Tomato.
Yeah. When I played basketball, you know what my coach looked at me and said? We have 11 players. That's 66 fouls. You better use almost every one of them. That's how we played. And we ran. I mean, look, I will tell you, I played minutes less than what most people played. But I'll tell you, when I come out of that game, I was like, I need a break. Because when we hit the court, that's all we did. We didn't jog. We didn't, get this. No, we got the ball and it was run. Boom, 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 boom. We pressed. We did everything. Right? So when we came off the court, after 4 minutes playing, we were ready to sit down for a minute. And he played all of us. And I'll tell you, not one time did I come off of that court after a game with less than 4 fouls. Less than 4 fouls. I floated around 4 or 5 fouls because I was aggressive. And so was everybody else on my team. But we never, no. I mean, so to answer your question, long-winded, I kind of feel like I have digressed on the sports because it's just not as competitive as it used to be.
Yeah, and so if this sounds like a get off my lawn comment, that's not the intention here, but this is me, and I'm pretty sure you would vouch for me on this also, Patrick. But this is me growing up in the 90s. And when we grew up in the 90s, I'm sorry, compared to today's kids, we were just built differently. Mm-hmm. We were built.
We carry our scars with like trophies. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we were getting scraped up. We didn't care if we were playing on concrete. We were playing basketball on concrete. We didn't care. We were getting on the ground trying to get the loose ball. Fouls were actual fouls. If you tried to get to the hoop, you were getting punished for it. And
you saw how we play on our street today. Look at my kids and how we play. We're raw.
And so we just got up, and then we'll check on each other just to make sure we're okay. But hey, no fouls are called, no harm, no foul, and let's go ahead and do our thing. We would drink water from the house. Yeah, right, straight from the water hose. We let that water run for a little bit if it's on a hot day, and then when it starts to get cool, there we go, hit a great temperature. Go ahead and do our thing
and pass it around.
Yeah.
Me and my cousins used to take baths outside, and we would have people run by and be like, "You need to put your kids in clothes," and we're like, "No, butt naked out in the front yard taking a bath." Shampoo and conditioner, that's it.
And so I think we have a good understanding of all this because we're in an age group where we have gotten to see players like Michael Jordan play, and even Tom Brady coming on in.
Kobe Bryant with the dislocated thumb or finger or whatever it was.
Yeah, Kobe Bryant coming on in. AI, Allen Iverson. I mean, the dude when he played, all of 6 foot, 175 pounds, going in here trying to compete with these big, huge lions out there. You know? So, I mean, I just think.
Kobe Bryant tore his Achilles and still shot the free throws.
Yeah. I mean, so it was just a different. It's just a different breed. We were just built differently, and now I'm not trying to say these players and these kids coming up, I'm not trying to say they're not tough. There are displays of them showing some toughness, but I just think with everything that has come in terms of the money grab, I don't have the feeling of competitive nature being where it was, like you were saying. So now
once they make it to the majors, that's it. They got their money. They kind of coast at that point.
Yeah, and so I think for me, I'm at that point now where there are certain games, there are certain spots where I still do have that passion. If I'm sitting down, let's say I'm watching the Longhorns play, and it is a football game against whoever it might be. Could be y'all in Georgia, could be Bama, whoever. Yes, of course, I want to see my team win, but if they don't, I'm not really worried about it like that anymore. Not at this point, because I mean, I think there's a little bit more life perspective there too, because they don't pay your bills. It probably doesn't need to be, you don't need to be too upset about it. But
remember how I used to be when my dogs lost? They talked to me for 2 days. Now give me 5 minutes and I'm good.
Yeah, and I think also I think with the social media coming on in, and then you have all these people trying to be keyboard warriors or eat thugs or whatever, trying to threaten the players if they don't do something. Maybe they had a bet on them. Maybe they're in their fantasy football league or basketball league. And it's just really, it's soured the sports landscape to me. Just because I think the biggest thing is the fun. Like, there was fun in competition.
Mm-hmm.
We enjoyed competing against one another. We had fun with it. Yes, we're trying to take your heart out while we're out there.
Yeah, make you second guess your life decisions.
Yeah, but we enjoyed the competition, and then whoever got the best of it, cool. You got me today. I'll see you tomorrow. And we come on back and we compete again. Then it might be vice versa, and then we just go back and forth. But steel is being sharpened. We're getting that grit now. We're getting that toughness about them. And I just think some of that has gone away, and it's probably contributed to me not being as invested in sports, or I guess as invested as what you could be in terms of laying down a bet on something. But even that part just takes the fun out. I know we may go on FanDuel. We don't get no payment from FanDuel or whatever, but name the site: FanDuel, DraftKings, BetMGM, and
bet whatever you want to do.
Yeah, Caesars, all of them. And then you can go in there and lay down a bet, maybe to put somebody down for who you think will win the title or whatnot. But a lot of that is taking the fun out of the sport to me, and that's where I'm just wondering, where exactly do I stand on that? Now, granted, don't worry, I'm still going to do the show. But I did have that thought today.
Well, I mean, look, there's certain aspects about sports that I love, and there's we've said it many times. Let me go in this direction instead. We said it many times. Sports is one of the ultimate unifiers in our society. I mean, it doesn't matter what is going on. If you have two Atlanta Falcons people that's rooting for that same team. You could be white, black, male, female, whatever. It doesn't matter, because now you have something in common with that person, and then all of a sudden, like, you don't even know that person. You don't even know you'll never see him again. But let Atlanta score and watch how many high fives you give. Oh, yeah. Go to a Georgia Bulldog game, and it doesn't matter what's going on when you hear that and then on that kickoff, dude, that right there, when the stadium starts rumbling, that right there is just, it's so exciting. You know what I mean? So there's still things about sports that we still gotta love, you know, because like you said, it is the ultimate unifier. Music, sports, religion, you know, those kind of things, those help towards, no, don't get me wrong, I will say there's a lot of things that we don't want that still unifies us, like bombings and terrorist attacks. Those unify us as well, but on
the catastrophic attack.
Yeah, we don't like those. We love the fact that we unify, but we don't like reasons why we're having to be unified for that. But with sports and music and those kind of things, we love what that does for us, and we love that feeling of the camaraderie that comes with that. So even when I don't like sports on a lot of levels, there's still that level that I love about sports. And even when you came down and we watched that Texas-Georgia game, look, Georgia won, but at the end of the day, no matter who won, me and you were still going to get along. You know what I mean? And that's where it should be at. And that's the reason why I still love sports, and that's the reason why I still watch it. I love knowing the levels of competition that's out there, because, you know, deep rooted in my system and in my soul, that's what I want to do. I want to compete, even at my old age. And even though I know I can't do the things that I used to do, I still want to compete. I compete with everything I do. I have a show where I compete with my son over sports. I love the sports aspect because of the camaraderie. But the money grab has decreased the whole level, because, you know, I used to be able to pay $25 and go watch the Braves and sit behind third base dugout. I'm not paying $25 to go and watch them now. It's $290 to watch them from the TV outside. I don't even get in the stadium anymore for $400. And then on top of that, you know, I still gotta travel up there. I still got family to feed. I still got a hotel to get. You know, next thing I know, I'm going to a Braves game or a Atlanta Falcons game or a Georgia Bulldog game, and I'm $10,000 in hole.
Yeah, it's thousands of dollars.
Yeah. And then on top of that, you know, everybody's like, oh, I love the fact that these kids get paid. Look, I'm not mad that kids are getting paid for the NIL stuff. But the thing is, you have to put in consideration just what we always talk about. Even when it comes to the IRS and taxes, the money's got to come from somewhere. No matter what that is, it's got to come from somewhere. So if you're going to give these kids $3 million to be your quarterback, well, how are you going to cover that? Oh, well, we'll just raise ticket prices. So now the money grab has put, you know, us middle class way down on the bottom, where we're having to watch it from the TV. Now, don't get me wrong. I could go watch football and sweat my butt off and woo, 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 and sit and, you know, watch it from here. Or I can sit with my feet up on the couch, stream it right to my TV. I got an 85-inch TV. I'm good. I'll watch it from the house. Keep on. Now, hopefully, this, you know, we get subscribers and this show blows up, and we can go to a couple of games and sit field side, get that field pass. But until that happens, I'm quite all right sitting right at home and watching it from the TV.
For real, man. Yeah, me too, man. So, well, with that, this will conclude this edition of the Both of Sports webcast. That is what we are breathing on for this evening. But before we get out, what's coming up for Pro Epic?
Well, we are in the process of not really rebranding. We are restructuring our socials. So we're probably not going to put out anything this week. We got to get a little bit of filming done, but we're going to restructure our socials, and I guess y'all can start waving bye-bye to Monday Morning Motivation and wave hello to Weekly Story Motivation, where I will do it in story as opposed to making a post on it. So that's the kind of changes that we're making, because I'm really trying to get into more of the stories opposed to just the posting. So look for a little bit of a different look to how our socials are going to be posted in the next couple of weeks.
All right, and I mean, there's a little restructuring that I am looking at for Boca Sports as well. Nothing too drastic, but
not like mine.
No, but there'll be conversations. We'll talk about it, and but again, I mean, everything in terms of the webcast is still staying the same. Be on the lookout for a few new features coming up in March and April in terms of interviews. And other than that, hey, we appreciate everybody who have been with us, staying with us, watching. Aaron, again, thanks for tuning on in. My man Garrow, thanks for tuning in as well. Good to see you.
Appreciate both of y'all.
Yeah, and again, I mean, that is what we are breathing on for this evening at the conclusion of the Boca Sports webcast. So, y'all make sure y'all visit the Boca Sports YouTube channel, smash that subscribe button, and follow the Boca Sports Facebook page. Until next time, enjoy the Super Bowl, the craziness coming around, just the NBA in general. I mean, and then the trade deadline. But yeah, enjoy it. And college basketball is heating up as well. And then we'll start talking about March Madness when the tournament is coming on up. But again, until next week, everybody take care. Thanks, Aaron and Garrow, and everyone else. Enjoy the rest of the week.